Today on Palmetto State Drift, I'm going to be installing coilovers on my 1990 240. This is an extremely simple process. I mean, if you've done coilovers before, you know how simple it is. It's probably about an hour each side if you take your time and you drink beer. The ride height that I'm trying to keep is about 5 inches from wheel well to top of my rim, because I want to keep the car somewhat up in the air, because I have a set of ISR headers and they run probably somewhere around the 550 range, and I'd like to keep them somewhat new and not destroyed. The tools you're going to need for this job is towels. You're going to need PB blaster for shoving bolts. Anti-seize is probably the biggest use here, because whenever I bought these coilovers, they did not have anti-seize on the ride height adjustment shafts, and they were frozen solid, so I had to unfreeze them, pretty much beat them with a hammer till they came unstuck. Other tools, basic end wrenches, sockets, hammer. I don't have the coilover wrench, so I have to use a punch to tighten down the collar, the locking collar for the ride height adjustment. My spud wrench was stolen, so I've just used a 1/4 inch socket as a spud wrench to line up the fronts. And impact, if you have it. If you don't, this can be done with hand tools. You can get creative. I've seen people use jacks and stuff like that, but if you don't have an impact, definitely get one. And brake clean. Whenever you're doing this, guys, take pride in your car. Try to clean as many parts as you can. You don't want to come under there a week from now saying you need to do something and you're getting dirty. Just try to keep everything clean, keep everything neat, and this will be a simple process. So one of the first steps I like to do when I'm installing coilovers is, as you can tell, this is pretty rough to take off and sounds like complete shit. I like to take off the collars, and what I'm going to be doing is cleaning off all the rust and getting it out of here, and then applying a healthy amount of anti-seize to the threads. You don't have to do this first. You can get the car in the air. I'm just choosing to do this first to go ahead and get it out of the way, and then I'll go ahead and set my rod height with this, since I've already done the other side. Just anti-seize the absolute shit out of this. There's never too much anti-seize. I mean, this is copper. I would rather be using like the, I guess it's silver, the gray stuff. All I have right now is copper. It'll work. I mean, anti-seize is better than nothing at all. So get it all the way around the threads. You're going to have to clean some off. And guys, a dab of this shit will do you. This shit spreads like wildfire. You get it on your pinky and you touch your face, it is automatically on your dick. All the way around, healthy amount. And then take your lower part, your collar, thread it back on. This is going to take a while. Thread it back on, and then you're ready to install the rear coilover. Do the exact same to the front. And then the next time you have to adjust ride height, you change rims, whatever you want to do. You sell these, the next guy behind you, he doesn't have to fight with them. I mean, all in all, it's just a better way of just having more car care. Being more, I don't know how you say it, just being better. Alright, so next time you see me, car will be in the air. I'll be disassembling the rear. The rear will be a little bit more difficult than the front, because I have the stock upper control arms. If you have the aftermarket upper control arms, most people tend to use a half moon instead of a full circle. It's a pain in the ass, but it can be done. So we'll see you in a second. Step to removing the rear coilovers is kind of up to you. You can remove either these two, the top, or the one down bottom. I'm choosing to remove the two up top because I don't feel like kneeling down right now. So take your 12 mil. If you have ratcheting spanners, it's going to save you a lot of time. My wife got me these. They're amazing. I don't use any other spanner but these. bust them loose. Save the nuts. The coilovers that I've got did not come with the castle nuts for the rear. The front I have, but it's the rear I don't have. All right, second step is to bust off the bottom nut. It is a 17 mil. If you've got a rattle gun, you'll save yourself a lot of time. Take off the castle nut and then the washer. Push over to the side. It's somewhat fiddly. Bring in, push down, and then out. Installing is the exact opposite as before. Push the coilover on the bottom. Take your washer. Put it on the back, your castle nut, thread it on. Now what you're going to do is take your jack up the rear. Just put it on the brake caliper or the dust shield. You're not applying that much pressure. If you have a shitty jack like me, it's going to take 30.5 years. I had a good jack, but it was stolen with the first car that I built. And now I've got this piece of shit. So as you're jacking it up, you're going to want to somewhat line up the top two studs. And then jump back over to the other side. Take the top two castle nuts you took off in the beginning, thread them on. Now with putting stuff back on, I typically don't like to use impacts. If you have a big impact like I have, and it's the only impact you've got, you can over tighten things and stress bolts too much and actually break them. So with assembly, I tend to only do hand tools. Alright, step one of taking the front coilovers off is bust off the two nuts that's hooked to the hub. So 1, 2. Jack up the front hub just a little bit. It'll take tension off the two bolts so you can pull them out. So 1, 2. Swap to a 14. And then you're going to knock off the top 3. So 1, 2. Grab on because it's going to fall. Get a hold of it. whatever you want to do with it. I'm gonna keep them because my wife is in the market for another 240. And these lowering springs, they aren't done, they just aren't what I want. And it's fairly simple as well. Take your coilover, put it up through. Get all three started. Don't run them down. Save yourself some pain. Run them down at the end. Take your spud wrench. Shut down the other side. Get it through there where you can maneuver it. Get one started. Second started. Good and tight. You go ahead, grab your 14, tighten down the top, crisscross applesauce, pull it up close. Good and tight. Now take your punch. If you've got the coilover wrench, that's perfect, but all I have is a punch. It's probably going to be pretty dark because it's getting a little late in the day, but grab a side. And this is how you lock them down your ride height adjustment. Put your wheel on, drop it to the ground, and you're good to go.